Morning, my name is Deanna and welcome to Working from Home Pilates Stretch Break episode number 4. I put together a short 5-minute video today of some exercises you can do while you're taking a little bit of a break from your screen. You're just going to need a mat, a towel, just something to lie down on. The only reason I say a mat, preferably, just so that the chair doesn't slide. So just try to make sure that you are set up safely, and we are ready to start. So we're going to start lying down on our back. Okay, so you're going to be lying down with your knees bent. Your feet can be underneath the chair as long as the legs are shoulder width apart, and you're going to be resting your arms at your side. Relaxing your shoulders from the ceiling, and you're going to bring yourself into what's called a neutral pelvis. So to find your neutral pelvis, I want you to almost like tilt your pelvis so your lower back presses into the mat, and then arch it away. So you're tilting and arching. This is called an imprint in Pilates, where you're imprinting your lower back towards the mat. And a neutral pelvis now, as if you want to find that, is somewhere in the middle between those two movements. So you should feel like there's a little bit of a space between your lower back and the mat. And on an exhale, I want you to tilt the pelvis again. This time though, squeeze your glutes and abdominals and try to roll the spine up off the mat all the way until you're resting in between your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale at the top, and then exhale, reverse it. So start to roll through that spine one vertebrae at a time all the way back down. This is called a hip roll, okay, or a shoulder bridge roll, all kinds of different names for it. But basically what you're trying to do is move through your spine. So you're trying to imagine each vertebrae of your spine as a building block. One building block at a time returns to the mat. And when you curl up, it's the opposite. One building block at a time lifts away from the mat. Squeezing through the glutes, relaxing through the front of the chest and the shoulders. Perfect. Now from this position, once you've come down, I want you to find that neutral pelvis again and reach both arms out to your side. And then you can bring your feet up on the chair for a second here. Now this can be done with your feet on the chair or your feet up in what's called a tabletop, which is more difficult, right? So we'll start with the feet on the chair. Keeping your arms and shoulders down, you're going to inhale to allow the legs to lower to one side, but keep that opposite shoulder down, and then exhale, roll the legs back up. And again, you can adjust if you need to be a little closer or further away from the chair. Depends how tall your chair is. Now you can also do this with the legs in the air. So the inhale, legs go to the side, exhale up. So there's two different ways you can try this. The second position with your legs in a tabletop like this is just a little bit more of a challenge on the back and abdominals, and not everyone is going to be able to do this one. So just pick the one that suits you today. And again, just watching that the opposite shoulder, or both shoulders, should be staying down the whole time. But as your legs lower to one side, just kind of glue that opposite shoulder blade down. This is our spine twist. It's lovely. Really gets those back muscles working. Sometimes you'll feel a click or two in your spine. I certainly do. We're going to do one more on each side. Last one here. Perfect. And then I'm going to get you to bring your legs down onto your chair. So ideally, if you can get your knees to be right over top of your hips, that would be amazing. And then you're going to bring your hands behind your head and go into a neutral pelvis again. So making sure you've got a little arch or a little bit of a space between the lower back and the mat. Exhaling to curl yourself up into a chest lift and release it down. So try to keep your legs relaxed and the front of your hips relaxed. I don't want you to grip through the hip flexors and the front of the hips to lift yourself. I want you to focus on the movement coming from the ribs. So the rib cage is moving down towards your spine, moving down towards your hips, or sliding down towards your thighs to lift you up. Try to look between the thighs. A lot of people look to the ceiling, and that can really get into the back of the neck. You're going to curl up and hold it. So you're still neutral. So make sure that lower back isn't pressing into the mat. And then I want you to exhale, twist to one side. Then inhale to the middle again. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the middle. So again, working a little bit of abdominals, but also doing a little bit of a spine twist again. So just getting that little bit of range of motion. You're going to come back to the middle, curl up a little bit higher, then grab behind your thighs and lift yourself up. Perfect. Now hold yourself in this position. Take one hand and bring it behind your head. Don't let your head and shoulders drop. Take your other hand, bring it behind your head. Perfect. And then release it all the way down. Fantastic. Take your ankle up on your thigh, and you can use the chair to support your other foot. You should feel a really good stretch in the side of your hip. If you need more of a stretch, just grab behind your legs and pull towards you. But hopefully the chair will give you enough support here. If you're doing a lot of running, I know I've seen a lot more people running when I'm out there. This is a great stretch to do. And then switch sides. The same thing, the ankle's on the thigh, and you're just pulling those legs towards you until you feel that stretch in the glute. But sometimes people feel it all the way down the side of their leg. And then staying in this position, bring your feet together and let your knees just kind of open out to the side, okay? So find a comfortable position, and then you can very gently help those legs open a little wider. So just stretching through the inner thighs. When you're sitting down all day, your hips can really tighten up. This is a lovely stretch. And again, it's just a very, very gentle pressure if you need it. A lot of people will not need to add to the stretch. And then bring the legs back together. And we're going to come up a little bit. So just roll onto your side, press yourself up. And then you're going to be sitting with the legs kind of under the chair a little bit so that you can have your hands on top of the chair, rounded forward through your spine. So you relax through the shoulders, relax through the legs, pull the abdominals in, take an inhale. And then when you exhale, I want you to think of pressing into the chair. The knees can bend if you need to, and straighten up your back, right? And then I want you to flex again. On an inhale, I want you to extend the spine straight. And then exhale, flex. I think I switched the breathing in the first set. So you're going to inhale, almost gently press into the chair and really lift that chest and shoulders. And then you exhale, flex. And the bending of the knees, if you're tight at all through the hamstrings, you will need to bend them to bring your spine up a little bit straighter. Last one here. Now I want you to hold this position so your back is straight, and I want you to lean back so your weight is on top of your butt bones or your sit bones, and then reach your arms out in front of you, palms facing in. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under so you're rolling off your sit bones about halfway back. And then when you inhale, I want you to reach forward and stretch. Exhale, roll, relaxing through the shoulders. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, roll. Inhale, reach. This is our half roll back with our legs straight. If it's more comfortable with your knees bent, you can do that as well. It just depends. If you're okay with the legs straight, you'll get that great hamstring stretch at the end. Last two. Last one, we're going to hold it forward. So once you reach forward, grab the chair and just pull yourself gently forward for a stretch. You can grab your legs, whatever works for you. I'm going to grab my ankles and just get that little bit extra pull. Perfect. And then you're going to restack that spine up all the way straight, and you're going to come into a sitting position on the chair. Okay? See if I can cut myself off here. Okay. So the last one here, we're going to do a little bit of a twist. So you're going to sit nice and tall, back is straight, arms are reaching out in front, and just turn your palms to the floor. On a breath out, you're going to rotate and bend one elbow, almost like you're doing like a little row. Inhale, come to the middle. Exhale, twist. And the middle. So this is our little bit of a spine twist. Gets the arms moving, the shoulders moving a little bit more. All right, so you'll be twisting through that mid back. is really occurring kind of if you think of your rib cage turning around your spine. Now we're going to do 3 little pulses. So you're going to exhale, turn, release a little bit, turn again. Release a little bit, turn again. Come to the middle. Other side. To the middle. Relax through those shoulders. 2, 3, and up. 3 and up. 1 more each side. Grow taller every time you rotate. Last time. Perfect, and then release it all the way down. And just to finish off, we're going to sit with the legs about shoulder width apart. We're going to roll those shoulders up and back. Just trying to release those neck muscles. I'm sure your neck possibly is a little stiffer than usual. Maybe staring at a screen that's a bit too high or a bit too low. Switch the direction of the roll, so up and forward. This is a great thing to do throughout the day. Just kind of get some blood flow going into your neck, your shoulders. Perfect. And then just looking straight ahead, tilt one ear towards your shoulder. Perfect. So if your head is tilted to the left, take your right arm out to the side. And if you can grab onto the chair and have a gentle pull there. You don't need to. And then come up and switch sides. So tilting the ear towards the shoulder, still trying to look kind of straight ahead as opposed to up. Perfect. And then take an inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, bend to the side. Inhale up, switch arms. Exhale, bend. And again, just trying to get a little bit of a lateral spine bend before we finish. One more on each side. Reaching both arms up, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, flex forward through the spine, rolling forward, reaching to your feet, and just stretch. Go as low down as you can. Relax your hips, relax your shoulders. Take one last inhale. And then exhale, roll yourself all the way back up. And you're done. 12 minutes. Close to five. I always get a little excited. I hope you enjoyed the stretch class today. And again, it's a great way to just break up the morning or the afternoon. And thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next time.